Hi, today we're going to take a look at the final project for Ag Finance class, AGB 466. I'll try to explain some things to help you understand this project, maybe give you a few tips on how to do a really good job on this project. There is no final for AGB 466, so this is it. Okay, in this project, we're going to assume the position of an ag lending officer. Today is December 1st. We're going to be working with a new client. And this producer is a corn and soybean producer that maintains a cow-calf operation. Their spouse works off the farm and earns $30,000 in gross income. Our new customer has the reputation for being a good producer, but requires assistance in establishing his or her financial statements. Your new client will be working with you to finance their operation with an operating loan, and your client is also desires to expand their operation and will be asking you to help finance their expansion. So here's the information on our client. This is what they've told us. They own 520 acres, 200 acres of pasture, 50 acres of hay, 190 acres of corn, 80 acres of soybeans. Right now, we have a land payment of $59,760 or $186.75 per crop acre. Pasture acres are carrying no debt. They also have a sizable rental operation with 610 acres of corn and 720 acres of soybeans. So we have a total of $406,200 in rent due, or about $305 per acre average rent. So we can see that we add the added acres and rented acres. We have a total of 800 acres of corn, 800 acres of beans, 50 acres of hay, 200 acres of pasture, and 100 beef calves. So we're going to help this producer complete a beginning of the year balance sheet, an end of the year balance sheet, an income statement, a cash flow summary, and enterprise budgets. The point totals for this project are here. 20 points each for the balance sheet, income statement, cash flow summary, and enterprise budgets. We also are going to develop a budget for expansion. As always, neatness and organization are put at a premium. 20 points for that. So I give you all the information here to complete the balance sheet. We have, remember, current assets, non-current assets, current liabilities, and non-current liabilities. They are all there for you. All this information is there for you to put on the balance sheet. We're going to use a beginning of the year balance sheet, and we're going to compare that to the end of the year balance sheet to figure out, is this business building equity or losing equity, holding steady? And also look at the current position of this business by checking out the debt to asset ratio, current ratio, working capital, and debt to equity ratio. So that was the information for the beginning of the year balance sheet. Here's the information, same information, basically new values for the end of the year balance sheet. So we're going to construct the beginning of the year balance sheet, end of the year balance sheet using this information. I will have a template for you available on my assignments in the final finance project assignment. For the income statement, here's the information to apply to the income statement. Again, we have incomes, expenses. Make sure you put interest with cash interest paid. This is cash interest paid. And then we're going to make our adjustments to interest payable, accounts payable, prepaid expenses, and inventories. Then we will need to complete these four ratios: net farm income from operations, asset turnover ratio, rate of return on farm assets, operating profit margin ratio. Consult the item in your packet that has guide to income statement formulas. that I included in the packet, I will also attach that to this assignment page. Cash flow projection. We're going to use the cash flow projection to try to look at timing of expenses, incomes, payments, loan payments. Be sure to check those out. Put all this information on the cash flow summary. Remember that at the end of each month, this farmer should have a cash balance of $1,000. Remember that at the beginning of the year, we starting the year with an operating loan balance of $220,000. Make sure that you include that. Enterprise budgets. Okay, here you're going to complete a budget using the Ag Decision Maker page. The budget's off that page. You're going to do a budget for corn, soybeans, hay, and beef cows. I give you expenses to put in those budgets. If I don't give you a new cost, leave all other costs as Ag Decision Maker has made them. And I will attach those budgets to this assignment to make it easy for you to access. Now, part 5 is the interesting part. This is where we're going to look at the expansion fund request. This customer would like to expand their operation. The customer will be bringing a request of financing to you concerning expanding. You will be making a recommendation to them based on financial health of the farming operation and the budget of the expansion. You may or may not recommend the expansion to the customer if you're not satisfied with their financial standing or the prognosis developed from the budgets. Our customer explains that their neighbor's farm is for sale. The farm is similar in quality to our customer's land, and they figure that their yields would be similar to their neighbors on this neighbor's farm. The farm is 120 acres. The asking price is $6,200 an acre. Your bank finances loans for land at the following rates and terms. We're going to find that this rate is locked. Well, we're going to figure a 30-year loan at 6%. I went ahead and did the math for you. And what you see is the first year, our principal payment is going to be $8,904.83, $42,000 in interest. Our annual payment for the next 30 years is $51,144.83. Our balance on that loan after the first year is now $695,095.17. You'll need to know this information when we update the balance sheet. We'll get to that down here. As you have determined from their balance sheet, this farmer does have some money to put down on the farm. Figure that this farmer will put down $40,000 and borrow the rest. That's why we're borrowing a total of $704,000 here. The whole note is $744,000. Help this customer determine if this is a good investment for the operation and if it's feasible to make the payments. Explain your answer in type paragraph. So you're going to answer these questions in paragraph form. Does this farmer have a strong enough financial condition to purchase the farm? So we need to look at the balance sheet. You're going to comment on the beginning of your balance sheet and at the end of your balance sheet. Strengths and weaknesses. Okay, where has the farm gone from the beginning of the year to the end of the year? Have we grown in equity? Are we moving in the right direction? Also comment on the income statement as far as this farmer's ability to capacity to repay the cash loan. The income statement will tell us how much money is the farmer making. Can we make the payments on this farm? How will this farm purchase affect the financial condition of the farm? Now we're going to complete a new balance sheet. We're going to take the end of the year balance sheet and add the new farm to see what happens to our equity position. We're going to decrease the cash because we are using that as a down payment. We're going to increase the liabilities. The current liability will increase $51,000. Our non-current liability will increase $695,000. Our asset will increase $744,000, the value of the farm. So we put the new farm on the balance sheet under non-current asset. We decrease current assets in cash We increase liability, current liability for the note due this coming year, and the rest of the remaining principal will be due after this year. So now look at the cash flow summary. Can we make the payments and will it be consistent? Comment on what you're seeing from the cash flow summary. It should be fairly obvious to you. How much will it cost this producer per acre to pay for this farm? Well, you simply take the payment, it's right here, divided by 120 acres. That's pretty easy math. Is this a good decision for this farmer? Why or why not? So here's again how this project will be graded. Make sure you take your time. This is a lot of work, but at the same time, I will give you a lot of tools to help you complete this assignment. You have the skills to complete this work, and as always, if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to give me a call, drop me an email, or stop by my office, and I'll do my very best to help you out in any way that I can. Thanks a lot, and good luck.